since the news broke out about Simon Ekpa's detention in Finland, there's been a lot of reports and a lot of confusion. And on the last video we did, there are a lot of questions on the comment section. People are asking, has Simon Ekpa been sent to prison? Some people are asking whether he's jailed already. Is it true at all that Simon Ekpa was actually arrested? Now, what actually happened was that Simon was actually remanded in the police custody, according to the police reports. It was not stated whether Simon was sent to the prison or Simon remained in police custody. Now, what is a remand order? When the police fight for remand order, they wanted to hold them in custody. It could be house arrest. They could hold you in the police facility. They could hold you in any detention center. It could be prison. But it wasn't stated in the police reports. But they actually wanted just to hold them before the trial starts. That's what remand order means.
Well, I believe that those who are rejoicing and jubilating over the arrest and detention of Simon Ekpa have to think twice, because Finland is not a lawless state like Nigeria, where an individual can be held till infinitio.
Yeah.
All right. Even disobeying court orders
Anyhow.
as it pleases them. It's a country of law and order. Yes. You understand? And then you know that Simon Ekpa is a Finnish citizen.
Yeah.
And then the Finnish government will give him the fair hearing that he deserves. Now, it remains to be seen if the accusations leveled against him
By the police.
Is proven.
Yeah.
Now, if they are unable to prove it, then I bet you Simon Ekpa will walk out through the door smiling.
He was also invited. People know last year, around 2023, you had also this kind of case where he was also invited.
Yes, and
the picture that is actually circulating, it was the last year, so where police invited, he was carrying kind of a cross
where he was wearing black. Anyways.
Black, yes.
All right, I understand that. The thing is, people are happy. Some people are happy for a multi-variation of reasons. Now, there are two sets of people who are rejoicing. Either those who want a stop to the instability in the southeast, or those who are enemies or who are opposed to
his ideology.
His own, not an ideology, his actions. Because his actions are causing chaos. Anyways, it's a personal opinion. It's causing chaos and instability in the southeast.
Yeah.
And then for a sane mind, for some sane mind, you cannot be claimed to fight for maybe the independence of your region, and now the solution you have towards that independence or liberation
it's causing more problems.
Is now the termination of people's life gruesomely at the altar. All right, as used some of those people as sacrificial lamb. Is unwelcome, is unable, is unethical, is unbiblical, is unreligious, and then it goes against the tenets of human existence. All right, the sacrificing and the shedding of innocent blood.
Okay, let's get back to the charges against him, because there will be a lot of confusion. Like the video on TikTok, a lot of people are still asking, you see that there are no pictures, or because some people their mind works in kind of evidential kind of thing. They want, somebody asked me, because does it mean that there are no pictures to show them, like arrest, all those kind of things?
Now, just like I've said before, Finland is a fine democracy.
Yeah, and
it's a refined democracy. Except it's not like it's not. They are expecting Finland to behave like the Nigerian press, the Finnish press. Nigerians, an average Nigerian is expecting them to behave like they do. And when I say they are expecting them to behave like they do, is that you know what they do? Press judgment. Now, the moment you are under handcuffs, everybody, the press, the photojournalists, and all the rest,
the trial starts from there,
having a capture of your faces and all the things. And then it is not like that in the developed world. especially a country like Finland. You know, Finland is a country that has a lot of respect for human rights
and the rule of law.
And the rule of law, you know, and all those kind of things. So you don't expect the Nigerian situation in the case of Finland,
where anything just goes. Like in our first video, we made it very clear that from the police report, which we are actually going to show here, and possibly even share the link on this video so that you go see it to yourself, no one's name was actually mentioned in the police report. Simon's name was not mentioned. The 4 other guys who were charged for sponsoring terrorism were not also mentioned in the report.
Yeah, because a lot of people are asking the names of the other 4 people.
Yes.
Even don't mistake it. Even the name of Simon Ekpa
wasn't mentioned on the
mentioned elaborately.
On the report.
What they gave a trace. So you now filling the blank space.
Yeah. Someone lives in that particular district where the court is holding.
Yes.
And they gave out like the date of birth of the person.
The description matches it.
Yes, very close to.
And then every reportage that you see, be it in Nigeria or across the globe, they will fill in the blank spot.
Yes.
And you do not say that the Finnish government said.
And every other person, like the other 4, nobody has a clue about that because the police didn't even give any kind of clue concerning those 4 guys.
Yeah,
you know, only the main guy who was actually charged separately. The other guys were charged together. Only that particular person they say was born within the 80s.
Yes,
or charged.
Because he's the main man. They gave a description of the person who they feel is the main man who is really causing instability and unrest in the southeast. All right, and then the other ones were not as culpable in all the charges as he was. Theirs is maybe probably 1 count charge of terrorism financing. And
the other guy, the other guy has I think it's only 1 charge also.
He has 2.
Okay.
Influencing.
Influencing is the main thing was charged for now.
Inciting.
Yes, influencing, inciting.
And an intent to commit terrorism.
Yes.
All right. So it's
I think he has 2 count charges, 2, and the other guys just have terrorism financing.
Yes. So when you're looking at it, when you want to look at it very critically, someone might think of the way forward for Simon Ekpa and his autopilot group.
Yeah, and before then, immediately was actually the news broke out yesterday. The Nigerian government issued a press statement of their intention to get him back to Nigeria, which is what is normally called extradition. And that has been the point of discussion since that year.
Extradition rights, it's not
going to be easy.
It's not an A or B
issue, especially for somebody.
Is a dual citizen.
Yes,
it's not just a citizen of Nigeria. He is a citizen of Finland and of Nigeria. So Nigeria has as much right over him as Finland
also has the right over him.
So now it depends now on a bilateral or multilateral relationship or engagement between Finland and Nigeria.
Finland has a strong extradition treaty between them and the EU plus the US.
All right.
I was on their Ministry of Justice website. They have a very clear law about that one. And then for other countries also who are interested, but I think it's going to be very hard because this thing has to pass through the Ministry of Justice. And even Simon Ekpa also, the person also has even the right to appeal and a lot of things. So it's going to actually be very hard.
I feel Simon Ekpa is lucky because he was actually arrested in Finland, where the prisons are like student hostel.
And where the laws also
and where the law functions properly.
And possibly he knows all these things. I don't think he's very stupid. I think he would have studied all these kind of things and knows that worst case would be like he will serve in that place.
Probably the worst mistake Nnamdi Kanu made was going to a country that is worse than Nigeria, Kenya.
Kenya.
All right.
With all those weak laws.
Of course, they have weak laws. And then, it's a hungry country. And then you can just pay anybody.
And then anything can happen.
They do whatsoever you please to do.
Because I don't think Nnamdi Kanu did half of, like, from the way people were shouting for since Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. Simon has actually been a top controversial figure even in Southeast. And if this guy wasn't in a country like Finland, maybe by now he would have been in Nigeria.
Yes, of course.
And he would have attempted trying to beat him.
Now, when you look at the claims and counterclaims for and against Nnamdi, Simon Ekpa, you look at what has been happening ever since Nnamdi Kanu was under custody, right? Now the type like when Nnamdi Kanu was out, right? Now you see there were no communities that was ransacked by rogues, criminal elements, right? Now the moment Simon Ekpa and his autopilot took the helm of affairs, we started hearing about communities being ransacked. Some people running away from their villages. And then I think on Monday, we heard about the killing of the PG and then some members of Anambra State vigilante group, all right? And then these things are causing a lot of anguish in the southeast.
And I think this guy has been in custody earlier on. This Simon Ekpa, because if you read the reports very well, they were trying to extend the remand review. They were trying to ask the courts to review the remand order. That means initially they had like arrest warrants on the guy, and they kept maybe the one expired. They were trying to renew it because the guy has not been online for some time.
Yeah,
over
48 hours.
Possibly, maybe they got him a day before that day or thereabouts, or maybe around that Tuesday.